Welcome to House Notes TV. I'm Stephanie, and we will be bringing to you first-time home buyer info, mortgage, finance, and so much more. Stay tuned.
This smart home is located close to Cleveland Clinic, Case Western Reserve, and more. As you enter this front door, you'll find a spacious living room. The kitchen offers granite countertops and an eating area. On the second floor, you'll find a spacious master suite, including a master bath. Enjoy the extra space provided by the finished lower level. There are over 20 lots to choose from, and you can pick the color schemes. For more details on this home with the 15-year tax abatement, contact the Dream Team.
Hello and welcome back. Right now we're going to be interviewing Miss Debra Wilson. Hey, how are you?
How are you, darling? I'm fine.
Great. I love your dress. I love those colors. Looks magnificent on you. We're going to talk a little bit about the community, right? And how real estate trends into the community. So what roles do we as real estate agents play in the community where we live?
Well, I am a real estate agent. I am with Dream Team. I love being with Dream Team, but I'm a community advocate. I always have been. I worked in the field for like 27 years as a community development executive, so I have a real keen interest in real estate. Well, there are a lot of things going on as far as real estate is concerned, and then one of the areas I work in is a big conglomerate of hospitals and museums and different things like that. So it's like it's taken over the neighborhoods. You really don't know where the neighborhoods begin and where the institutions end, or where the institutions end and the neighborhoods begin. So that's a huge problem. But it's progressed, and everybody knows that it was coming, especially over in the Cleveland Clinic area. So it's no surprise what's happening now in the neighborhoods. So I was hired at the one position I had to increase the values of the housing stock of the neighborhood. There were some streets that a property had transferred in 40 years.
Wow.
And there were some streets that like a family of, like one particular family, they owned almost every house on the street when I first moved over there. And that's the way it was on each street. Somebody died, kids come and all of that. So it pretty much was owned by people that had been there for years and years. So when I started, there were people that had been doing community advocacy and stuff for like 30 years or so. So we had a really strong community to back up everything that was happening. So when things happened and there were community meetings, people would come, at least 300. We could get like 300 people to show up there.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. Most of the people have died off or gotten older or moved out, so it's not like that anymore. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Are the communities on the east side of Cleveland getting any better? Are they changing? Like, what's going on with them?
I think that they're changing, and most on the east side now, and I don't think a lot of people know, but they have master plans for the east side that you could go and see what's happening. Like where I work, we had, at the time when I left, it was 25-year master plan. Now it's a 27-year master plan. It's updated every 3 years. It's updated again. So I think a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of the development going on, people are like, well, how did it happen? When did it happen? But it's been coming for years. Just like Opportunity Corridor, they were talking about Opportunity Corridor for 16, 20 years, and then all of a sudden, Governor Kasich said build the road. So that had been going on, the planning, for years. So when they see things going up, it's not that it's just started. It's like it's been years as far as acquiring land to do it and to come up with the proposals and to come up with the financing and different things like that. So I think that the east side is a lot further ahead, but we're more institutionalized than the west side. I think, everybody's starting to see, and they're running over here because they've done almost everything they can on the west side. And I think people are starting to realize the amenities and the uniqueness of what's going on the east side. It's a lot of history and all of that. So you're starting to get more people coming over to the east side. So I think what's happening, yes, I think that it's improving. I think it's never really been bad. It's just certain areas that have been bad, that were burned out during the riots and all that other stuff. A lot of vacant land. I think it's targeted that a lot of people were doing whatever they wanted to do, meaning residents and all of that. They had all kinds of stuff going on, and here comes the development. So it's a mixed feeling from people, whether they even want anybody over, in the area, because a lot of people were just used to doing what they wanted to do. And so now you got design review districts, and you got, like in Cedar Avenue, it's a design review district. Carnegie, I just saw their design review, the plans for that. You got Opportunity Corridor, which is the area I worked in, so they get ready to build 350, 400 unit of housing, 2 apartment buildings, 82 units. Myers Grocery Store is coming to 105th of Cedar. Cleveland Clinic, UH, and Case, all of them, they got together and they formed this some kind of global innovation center that they're going to build. That's $500 million, supposed to be 20,000 jobs.
Wow.
So it's things like that are happening, and people want to walk to work and ride their bikes to work, and they have the health line now. You can go straight down Euclid Avenue to get downtown, or to come, go all the way out actually to East Cleveland. So yeah, I think it's improving a lot.
So you mentioned the master plan. What is that? If you can give a little bit of detail, and where might a consumer or a resident find that?
Most of them, most of the community development corporations, there are 21 in the city of Cleveland, and I work for one. They have a master plan. So basically, if you go to their website, like Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation, you could go to their website and you could see their master plan. Now, the Cleveland Clinic, theirs is 100 and something years old, and it's like the Holy Grail. And I think I've seen it twice, but I've never seen it out. It's like encased in glass. It's a plan. So when people say, well, I didn't know this was coming, and our Fairfax master plan, the community was involved in that planning. So for me, I did land acquisition for special projects. So the larger projects with the clinic, and I did those projects. And so I already knew where I had to go. It wasn't like, I get there today and they'd be like, oh, go over here and buy a piece of land. It was like we knew where we had plots of vacant land. It's still like that, and we might not have known what was going to go there, but we knew that we would amass that much land. If somebody came and said, well, I need 4 acres or 20 acres or whatever, we already had it and knew what it was going to be. So that's what the master plan, it just gives you a step, and ours is like the Bible. So I didn't have to figure out, well, what are we doing next, or where are we going to go? We had some projects that took priority over others, like Innovation Square, but it wasn't a huge question of, people were like, well, how do you get the land? And then people would come and want to buy the land from us, and it's like, well, we didn't just buy it just to be having land. We buying it for future projects. So that's how, with the master plan, I had to follow the master plan.
What are some of the contributions of the CDC, which is Community Development Corporation, and nonprofits? What role are they playing in the community?
Well, basically, they represent, Fairfax is supposed to represent the community. And one of the things is you get to a point, like, I think when we first started off, it was like 50-something. Now they cut them down to 21. Some of them are merging together, some of them they're just closing. But the purpose of it is supposed to be to represent the community. So any projects going on in the community, programs, they'll have computer programs and the weatherization program, paint program. They have different programs that they administer as well. So that's the purpose of the CDC.
And as a real estate professional, particularly with Dream Team, what are they doing or what have they done to enhance the community?
Well, one of the things is that we're representing now, especially being an African American brokerage, a professional one, because there are a lot out there, not to belittle anybody, but I think Dream Team staff is professional. I think Julius Cartwright, the person that owns Dream Team, has a very, very clear vision of what he wants to do. I think he just needs people to put in place to administer the different, facets he has to the real estate. But he's been in it for so long, and he understands the community. And I think most of us that work for Dream Team grew up in the community. Mm-hmm. Like we're working in Glenville now, so I grew up in Glenville.
Okay.
So I'm committed.
Yeah, it's personal for you.
Yeah, so it's personal for me, and I'm really committed to what I'm doing. So, and I don't play games, and no, so it's serious to me. And I think our role, like we were doing the garden walk, Orleans Company, our developer, and Dream Team, went in together to sponsor the garden walk. Okay. So that's one of the things that we're doing. That's July 10th of this year. Behind Saturday. It's on a Saturday. So we sponsored that. We go out and we talk to the neighbors and all of that. We want to do some, community activities like a cookout and all of that kind of thing, so people will know who we are and what we're doing. And I think that that's very, very important. So some of the issues we've been having, I think if we go out and talk to people more, that they would pretty much help us out.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is a ton of amazing information. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Thank you for your service as far as the community outreach and the things that you do with that. It's very important, and I know I appreciate it. I'm sure our viewers do too.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, and stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Also, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more House Notes TV.